Welcome to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. I'm Lee. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you are here. I want to begin by saying thank you to all of my subscribers and to let you know that I truly appreciate you. So for today, I have a bonus spread for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. There will also be an extended available for this reading as well. You can purchase it on PayPal or Patreon. All of that information is in the description box below. Before we begin, I have a disclaimer. This is a general reading and it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, I encourage you to watch the videos for other signs in your chart. Tarot cards read energy, and energy is fluid, meaning these readings could focus on the past, present, or future, and the message may be flipped, opposite, reversed, or the situation could play out from the perspective of the cross-watcher. If you're interested in a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box below. Okay, let's start the reading. So this is a bonus reading for all of you Aquarians out there who support my channel. You were the winner last week for the most number of views on your video. So I want to give back, say thank you, and show my gratitude by giving you an extra spread. Okay, so this week, what we're going to look at is the dark sides of you and your person and what's happening in the connection. Okay, so this bonus reading is going to be timeless, and it means that whenever you stumble upon it or you're guided to this message, this is what you're meant to hear. All right. So let's start the reading. Before we start, one more announcement. I just wanted to let you know that I now have email and phone coaching packages available. All of that information is down in the description box below. Okay? So let's start with these Moonology Oracle cards, and we're going to see what the theme is for the reading today. Okay? Okay, so this is for Aquarius Spirit. It's a timeless bonus reading. This is for Aquarius Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. A timeless bonus reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. Okay. Okay. We got nothing will come of this situation. And then luck is on your side. Okay, nothing will come of this situation. Okay, so this is saying this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking, okay? So, for example, if you're worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about like a new relationship, it's saying it's time to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you're currently creating, and you can change that with both behavior and beliefs. Okay, so an affirmation you can use to do that is I trust in my highest good. Okay, it's saying the chances of something are diminishing, something better may be around the corner. Okay, believe that you will get what you need, surrender to the divine, take time out, meditate, and contemplate. All right, then we've got luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. Give me 1 second. Okay, whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks. But be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the wheel of fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if it simply means widening your worldview. Okay? So this is saying to count your blessings, literally. Write them down or say them out loud. Gratitude. Okay? Additional meanings, you need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. Don't be narrow-minded, or start a week of gratitude practice, okay, via Facebook, journal, or a blog, okay? All right. So with the nothing will come of this situation, I feel like this has to do with your worries. I feel like whatever it is that you're worried about at this time, Aquarius, you've got to take your mind off of that. Because like I said, worry is just you worrying about something, you know, or thinking constantly about something, that something's going to happen and you don't even know what the outcome is going to be. And this is saying that nothing's going to come of that situation. So you just need to let it go, because worry is just something that you waste your time on that's really not going to amount to anything, okay? Unless you continue to worry it. And like I said, when you worry, you swing that pendulum in the way that you don't want it to go, okay? Then look, you got luck is on your side, okay? We talk about this all the time, about how, you know, you make your luck. It's what you do. And if you're coming out in the energy where you're worrying all the time, then like I said, you're going to make the pendulum go in the way that you don't want it to go. But if you act like Santa Claus, like that little kid with Santa Claus, where, you know, you tell the kid about Santa Claus, they believe in Santa Claus, and no matter what you do, they continue to believe in Santa Claus. That's the way you got to be. That's how you put this luck. That's how you switch things around and make this luck end up on your side, okay? All right, so, okay, let me just tell you before we start this, that some of this stuff that comes up may be triggering, because we're about to talk about your dark side, because I feel like this is something that we need to broach. We need to know what's going on, what you need to work on, okay? Because we've been talking about healing, okay? Now we're finna get down and dirty with this reading, all right? Okay, so we're going to start with this Twin Flame Journey Shadows card, okay? These are oracle cards. Spirit's going to talk about things that you need to focus on. So like I said, if it triggers you, then that means that's something that you need to work on, okay? I did this. Look, let me tell you before I do this. I did this for myself. I always do these readings for myself before I do them for you. So just to let you know, I've already subjected myself to it. And because I'm at the point that I'm at, it didn't, you know, it didn't hit me like I'm sure it would have had I not worked to this point, okay? But it's still some of the things I had to just shake my head and say, yeah, okay? So I'm just letting you know we're about to look in the mirror, and I'm just preparing you because you may see some things that you don't like. But the purpose of us doing this is so that you can heal whatever this is that comes out, okay? So I'm just preparing you because it's going to be a very truthful glimpse, because Spirit is not pulling any punches today. I'm just, well, they never do, but they really are not today. So I'm just letting you know, all right? Okay, so this is for Aquarius Spirit, the timeless bonus reading regarding love. This is for Spirit, Aquarius Spirit and their person. This is a timeless bonus reading regarding love. This is for Aquarius Spirit. It's a timeless bonus reading regarding love. This is for Aquarius Spirit. Okay, first question. What are 3 dark qualities about Aquarius Spirit? Okay, I'm going to turn them. I'm going to put them up with the downside, with the upside down, until we talk, because we're going to talk about each one of these, okay? Okay, then 3 qualities. What are 3 qualities that Aquarius has overcome, Spirit? Both of these, Spirit? Okay. Okay, then what are 3 qualities that Aquarius needs to work on, Spirit? Okay. All right. Okay, everything's straight. All right, your overall energy for this is dependent. So Spirit is saying there's some type of dependence going on here, Aquarius, okay? We need to look at this. You need to ask yourself, what is it in my life that I'm dependent on? dependent on. This is making me think of the devil card, okay? So are you like a workaholic? Are you someone who, are you a codependent person? Are you, do you have a lot of bouts of depression? Is it workaholism, alcoholism, drug addiction? Ask yourself, what is it that you're dependent on? Because this is something you got to work on, because this is the overall energy. So this is telling me pretty much why all of this is going on, because there's some type of dependence that you're going to have to overcome, okay? Under that, we've got envious. What are you envious of, Aquarius, okay? This is why I'm telling you to get yourself together, because once you get yourself together, let me tell you, you're not going to be envious of anybody, okay? If anything, it's going to be the other way around. People are going to be envious of you, but you have to do this work, okay? Like I said, maybe it's a situation where you see people together in couples and in situations, that you wish you had for yourself. And Spirit is saying that you can have that. Spirit is not denying you that. But what you got to understand is, for those of you who are in a twin flame connection, it's not the same type of relationship, okay? We need to break that down. I think that's going to be the next video. We're going to talk about the difference between twin flames and soulmates for those of you who are in a twin flame connection, because there's some things that you got to understand, okay? So for those of you that aren't in a twin flame connection, or you don't want to be, you're choosing to move forward, you still got to ask yourself what you're envious of, because you still got to do this work. It's the same thing. That's why I always combine the twin flame readings with the regular readings, because we all got to do this same work, whether you're wanting to be with your twin flame or not, because it's all in the name of self-love at the end of the day, okay? Okay, then we've got under here embarrassment, okay? Are you embarrassed because you went forward and you told your person how you felt, and they didn't reciprocate, and for a lot of you, they walked away and ghosted you? If that's so, let me tell you, there's nothing for you to be embarrassed about, Aquarius, okay? You should be patting yourself on the fucking back, because it's not easy to do what you did, okay? And it tells me, and it should tell you the same thing, how strong you are, that you did what you did, that you went forward and told your person how you felt, because this is not easy. It's not easy to go forward, to go towards a person and to bear it all and tell them exactly how you feel. So this is not something for you to be embarrassed about, okay? If anything, the person that should be embarrassed is the one that walked away, but they walked away for a reason, just like just like you were guided to walk away for a reason. This is how this was supposed to play out. So you let this go. If you feeling embarrassed, there's nothing for you to be embarrassed about. Feelings are nothing to be embarrassed about. Like I said, society wants to make people think that because they're open and honest about how they feel, that they're weak, and that's garbage. To me, it's the other way around. When you repress your feelings, you shut down, you don't let people in, that's when you got a damn problem, okay? Because life is about balance, and like I tell you, you need to have both sides. You need to have logic and you need to have emotion, okay? I feel like you can't have one without the other in this world. That's the way it goes down, because there are situations that call for logic, and then there are other situations that call for you to have emotion, to have compassion. Like for me, to sit here and read for you, I can't be logical the entire time and read for you, because I would never be able to connect with you logically, because all of you, this is about love, and at the end of the day, this is emotion, okay? So for me to be compassionate, for me to understand where you're coming from, for me to reach out to you and to connect with you, I have to use my emotion, okay? Like I said, there are times that call for both situations, and I don't feel like one is dirty or the redheaded stepchild over the other. I don't feel like that. I feel like there's a time and a place for all. And for those of anybody that's trying to tell you that one or the other is dirty for you to be like, then that's somebody you need to cross off your damn list. Because remember, I told you, we talked about it's about time, once you get into this healing, that it's going to be certain people in your life that can't come with you, okay? And anybody that's putting you down and making you feel like shit, they got to go, because they don't rock in this world. They don't, not this new world that you building, this new foundation you building. You got to get rid of all the weak links, okay? It don't have to be all at one time, But like I said, you'll see as you start to grow and you start to change, you'll start to really see what the hell is going on with other people, with the people in your life. And you'll see who the energy vampires are. You'll see who the people are that mean you ill. The people who are jealous of you, who are envious of you already at this point that you're at. Okay? So that's why I tell you, don't be worrying about nobody else. Because there's people out there jealous of you that you don't even realize they are. You know, I don't like to, I don't try to step off into that type of stuff. But there's some things we got to talk about, okay, on this journey. So if you're trying to take this journey and you trying to heal yourself, you got to understand that there are going to be some people out there who, they don't mean you good. They don't mean you well. And so you're going to have to make the decision to cut them off at some point. Okay. Like I said, some of you may not be there yet, but like I said, as you work on yourself, you will start to see, it will become crystal clear who needs to be in your life and who doesn't. Because like they said, you can basically, the type of person you are, you can define it in the five people that are closest to you, that you hang around the most. That's what defines the type of person you are, because you pick up on their qualities and they pick up on yours. So you got to be discerning, okay, about who the fuck you let in your life and who the fuck you let go, okay? And I meant the F-bombs, because some of this stuff, I got to bring the F-bombs for it to hit home, okay? And like I said, you'll hear people say, oh, but no, you can't do This is from somebody who's been through this all their life, okay? Because my thing was, I was basically recycling people, okay? I didn't want to let new people in. So I would try to fix the old people, or try to bend myself or turn myself into knots to try to get along with the people that were in my life, because I didn't want to let anybody new in. But I had to let that go. I had to let that go. I had to let go of almost everybody in my life, because I realized what an energy vampire they were, or how they put me down and made me feel bad about myself. So you got to think about that, okay? Because this, what you're doing, you're at a fragile stage when you're healing, okay? And you don't need anybody in your ear telling you the opposite of what you're trying to believe. So, like I said, when you go back and make that list, you need to think about who is the person in that situation other than yourself that's contributing to all of those bad times that you've had. And you need to start to take a good look at those people. And if they're the same people that they were back in the day when all those things happened to you, then like I said, you got some thinking to do about what you want to do, okay? All right, under this, we got unstable, okay? So there may be instances in your life where you feel like things are not, you weren't stable. It could be you working a soul-sucking job. It could be you pretty much selling yourself out to the highest bidder and working a job just for the money, okay? And like I said, I can't be too hard on you about that, because we all have to take care of our lives and pay our bills and stuff like that. But that's not what life is about. You didn't just come down here to do that, because anybody can do that, okay? So that's why I tell you, you got to start making plans. You got to start moving off in the direction that you want to go in, because all of these pieces fit together. They're all pieces of the same puzzle. All right. So like I said, we're going to start to deal with this deck a little bit more, because I feel like we need to get into this and really look at the nitty gritty, get down to the nitty gritty and see what's going on. Okay. Under that, we got unlovable. Okay. This is why I'm telling you what happened between you and your person happened, and why your person walked away, and why you had to walk away, and why things didn't work out for this card right here. Okay. This is what we're trying to get rid of. Okay. You shouldn't ever feel like this. Not for one fucking second of the day. You shouldn't ever feel like this. And if you're feeling like this, you got more work to do. Okay. Like I said, either you got more work to do, or it's people around you that you gonna have to, like I said, you gonna have to do some assessing. Okay. But it starts with you. Because like I said, we are trying to make you bulletproof, where, whatever's going on with people on the outside don't affect you. But it starts from within. And you got to stop looking at yourself as this, because this is not you at all. All right? Okay, so let me move forward. Otherwise, I'll go through this whole deck and talk to you all day long. Okay, so this first row up here, these first three cards, these are 3 dark qualities. about you, Aquarius, that we need to take a look at. Okay, we're going to turn them over one at a time and talk about them. Then I'm going to do the next question and the next question. Okay, then we're going to pull the ones for your person, and we're just going to take a look at them. I'm not going to go too deep in them, but I'm going to focus on I really want to focus on you. Okay, so first card, vengeful. Okay, we talk about this all the time, right? Like I said, no vengeance. That's what's so funny is this card came up for me too, because I used to be real about the vengeance. Okay, if you fucked with me and I got to that point where I was like, you crossed my damn line, I was gonna get rid of your ass, but I was gonna get you before I let you go. Okay, I was gonna make sure you remember this lesson from me. But you gotta get out of that. I've let that go now, because I realize people gonna do what they gonna do, and if I, and then that when they do what they do, it's putting karma, it's adding to their karma. But if or to their bad karma, because it's bad and good karma. But if I intervene in that bad karma and do something against them, it's gonna come back on me. Okay, I've realized that, so I just let it go. And like I told you, a lot of the shit we get upset about and get into on a daily basis with people and situations and things, when you get to a certain point, Aquarius, because that's what I do now. I look at stuff and I just laugh at it. I realize how all of this crap that we deal with and get upset about is just bullshit. Okay, but you got to get yourself to that point. Like I said, the more you love yourself, the more you pour into yourself, the more you focus on yourself, you will start to see what I'm saying. Okay, so whatever this is vengeance. You got to let it go, Aquarius. People going to do what they going to do. But that's why I'm telling you, you got to pick and choose who you got in your life. Because if you coming out in this energy, then that means you got people who ain't treating you the way you deserve to be treated. And the reason why they ain't treating you the way you deserve to be treated is back to this card. Okay? Mainly because of this. Okay, because I told you, people can only show up in your energy the way that you are presenting. Okay, and if you're presenting like this, then that they gon' do shit to you, and then you want to come like this, but you don't do that, because like I said, you only adding to your pain. You only making it worse. All right, next card. Silenced. Okay, some of you feel like you don't have a voice in this world, in your life. You got to look at the places where you feel silenced. That's some of the stuff you got to work on. Just like this vengeance, you got to ask yourself what's making you feel vengeful. Okay, who are the people that are making you feel vengeful? Silenced. Why do you feel silenced? Go back to that first instance of you feeling silenced in the past. Okay. Let me tell you this. Somebody asked me in the comments, they said, I've been working through my stuff and I just need to know how I know that I've put it to bed and that it's done. And so I had to think about that. I didn't answer them. I just told them I was going to let them know in a video, in the healing video. But I had to have a moment to think about it, because like I said, I really think about the things that y'all ask me before I answer. I don't just shoot from the hip. Okay. So after thinking about this for a few weeks, I realized the answer to it. When it doesn't bother you anymore, Aquarius, you just laugh. Everything is damn funny. Like I told you, all day long. I know people probably think I'm just crazy because I laugh at shit all day long. Like I was saying, Spirit's been testing me. They really been testing me to see if this change that's occurred, if it's real. Okay? Because like I got a story, I got to tell you a story. So yesterday I went to make like a little shake, and the powder that I use, it wasn't dissolving the way that it should. So I said, well, let me pull out my blender and just blend it in the blender real quick. It's not going to take that long. So I have a Vitamix. The reason why I tell you the brand name is to let you know it's like the Cadillac, one of the Cadillac blenders, right? So I've had this Vitamix for close to 10 years, right? So It's never ever, this has never ever happened before. So I put the blender up and I'm blending the stuff. I put a banana in there or whatever, and I go to put my fruit back in the freezer, and then I hear this noise and I'm like, what is that noise? So I turn around and the damn blender, the top, all of the liquid is spewing out of the top of the blender. This has never happened before. I had the top on. The top was on like it was supposed to be. It's never happened in all the years I've been using this blender. And so it's spewing stuff all over the kitchen. So I had to, what was funny? My first thing, I just laughed. I was just like, I turned, the spirit, and I was like, I know y'all messing with me. And I said, I know y'all up there laughing at me, because I told you they're trying to test me to see if I've learned the things that I've learned. So I say that, tell you that story to tell you that that's how you know. That's how you know that you over a lot of your shit. Or whatever specific situation you're concentrating on. When you work on yourself, that's how you know it's over. If it's funny to you, then you've let it all go. Okay? So with this silence card, I'm coming back to this. You got to look at the areas that you feel silenced. Ask yourself why you feel silenced. This is something that you can journal about. For some of you, you may need to write down some of these words or come back through this video and look at the things we're talking about today. Because you need to know, you need to figure out why you feel silenced so you can stop feeling that way. But like I said, I know one reason right here. Okay, we're going to keep coming back to this card because that's where it all stems from. It's how you feel about yourself. Okay, some of you are feeling silenced because you feel so unloved until you feel like you don't have a voice, like you shouldn't have something to say. And that's bullshit. You should never feel like that. Your opinion is always important, even if it's just important to yourself. Okay? Because I'm trying to show you how this contributes to all this shit down here we talking about. All right? Okay. Now we're going to the next card. Medicating. Okay. Like I said, we had, what was the card here? That first one came up, dependent. And remember I said, what are you dependent on, right? Drugs, alcohol, workaholism, all of it's a drug. It doesn't matter if you can go to jail for it or if it will affect other people. It's all a drug. Workaholism is a drug. Okay, because like I said, all these things that we do, it is to avoid something, to not look at something that's going on in our lives. And so you got to look at if you're medicating, okay? Because it don't have to be drugs. It could be food. It could be just whatever it is that you do. Some people, like for instance, going to the gym, working out. That's a good thing. But if it's excessive, it's a drug too. Okay? So you got to look at what ways in your life are you medicating, because it's a dependence, and we don't want you to be dependent on anything or anyone outside of yourself. We want you to depend on yourself. That's what we're working towards. Okay? All right. Now we're going to move forward to the next question. The next cards. Okay, next question is, what are 3 qualities that you've overcome? Okay, 3 dark qualities that you've overcome is this second row. All right? First one. Emptiness. Okay, that's good. That's good because, like I tell you, you have to fill yourself up in order to be able to give to anybody else, and in order for you not to feel like this. So that's telling me that a lot of you have started to pour into yourself, even if it's a little bit at a time. Like I said, I'm not expecting excellence. I'm not expecting 100%. Like I told you, it took me a long time to get to this point. It wasn't something that happened overnight. Okay, and I'm telling you what is happening to me positively, because I'm not trying to wash your face with it or anything like that. Please don't feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to show you I'm excited because I want to tell you, look at what's happening. If you do the work, look at what's happening to me. Look at what's happening to these other people that I'm telling you about, because I want you to get excited about this, excited about loving yourself more and not feeling like this, not feeling empty, not feeling silenced. Not feeling like you need to medicate, because that's where all this stuff comes from. It's because you feel empty. And so you feel like you got voids, you got holes in yourself that you feel like you need to fill up. And by you doing that, that's why you're medicating. That's why you feel like you got to get revenge against people, because you feel like you're silenced. But all of it comes down to We coming back to this card. Because you feel unlovable. Okay? All right. Now we're going to move to the next card. Being disillusioned. Okay, so you have overcome being disillusioned. So that means that you've taken off whatever blinders or rose-colored glasses or whatever the hell it was you was wearing. Because we all are disillusioned. Let me tell you, when I talk about these things here, I told you, I'm talking to me too. I ain't just talking to y'all. We all got issues here we got to deal with. Don't ever think that I feel like I'm above y'all or anything like that. I'm go through the same things. Like I said, I had the vengeful card too. It came up in this row too. So like I said, we all got stuff we got to work on. Okay. But like I said, to be honest, I haven't felt like this in a long time because of, like I said, I told you, most days I'm 10 of cups. I don't feel like, anything. There may be one situation with one person where I may feel like that, but for everything else, I don't even care. I don't even care about the stuff. Like I said, I'm beginning to see how crazy it is, how fruitless it is, how it's just a damn distraction from what we're here to really do. Okay. So like I said, this is good. You stop the disillusionment. This means that you're able to take off those rose-colored glasses and really see the situation for what it is. To really see that you need to love yourself more. You need to pour into yourself more and focus on yourself. Okay. Last card. Foolish. Okay. So like I said, good. This means that you're getting over that thing. Like I said, we still got embarrassment here. You feeling embarrassed, but like I told you, you stop that, Aquarius. You stop it. Because there's no way you should feel either one of these. Because like I said, to express love and to tell someone how you feel, that's a blessing. And the fact that you can do that, that's a blessing that you can do that. Because not a lot of people in this world can do that. Can open up their mouths and let it out. Their throat chakra is not active enough for them to be able to do that. Okay? And so imagine you having those feelings like that bottled up and you can't tell somebody how they feel. So that's why I tell you, you don't stop being who you are. If you're the type of person where you like to tell people how you feel, you keep doing it. You don't let anybody shut you down and stop you from being who you are. If it's a positive quality and you ain't hurting no damn body, you handle your business. You do what you got to do, Aquarius. Okay? Because like I said, that very person that you tell them how you feel, you never know what somebody is going through. And so when you're able to come and inspire somebody and make them feel good, you never know what they may be on the edge that day. And for you to come and tell them, hey, I appreciate you being in my life. I appreciate you being a part of my life. You dragging them back from the edge and you don't even know it. So you got to think about that. Okay. It's not on you. It's not on you to feel like this because you tell somebody how you feel. It's on the person who wants to mock you because you tell people how you feel. They're the ones that should be embarrassed. They're the ones that should be foolish, should feel foolish. Okay. All right. Now we're going to get to the last row. The last row is 3 qualities that you need to work on. All right. So first one, being haunted. This showed up in my reading as well. Okay. Because remember, I'm Aquarius rising. So some of my stuff's going to show up in here too. So what are you haunted about, Aquarius? What is it? Like this has to do with past stuff. Okay. What has happened to you in your life that's making you feel like this? I'm so glad that that I decided to do this deck. I kind of danced around this deck for a couple of weeks. I've had this deck for a long time and I just never picked it up to do anything because it's very dark. It's very, it can be very heavy. But now that I'm into it, I see that we need it. We all need it. I need it too because I need to look at the other areas of my life that are left that I need to work on. Okay. And I have the haunted card as well. So you got to go back and ask yourself what you're haunted about. What is it? You need to keep digging down, keep drilling down until you get to what it is so that you can work on it and fix it. Okay. Because we all live this life. We all make mistakes. There are all things that have happened to us that have the potential to make us feel like that. But you got to go back and heal it because you don't need to be walking around like this. Okay. Because it contributes to this. All right. Okay. Next. Superficial. All right. Okay, so as an Aquarius rising, a lot of times people will say this about us. They'll say we're not deep or whatever, but I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that at all. Because I talk to y'all, I interact with y'all on a regular basis. And y'all are some of the warmest people that I've ever met. So a lot of that shit is stereotypes. It's just like with Scorpio, how they want to say, oh, Scorpio's mean, Scorpio's this, Scorpio's that. Like I said, we all got positive and negative sides to us. We all got dark and light to us. Okay? There is no such thing as one sign being more fucked up than the other. Okay? So with this superficial thing, you could be showing up like this because you have shut yourself down from telling people how you feel, because you feel foolish and you feel embarrassed about the times that you've done so. But don't let somebody punish you for being your authentic self. Okay? Because that's what I love about being an Aquarius. Okay? Like I said, I'm rising. So that's the face that I show the world is Aquarius, even though I'm a Scorpio. Okay? A Scorpio sun sign. So the one thing that I love about being Aquarius is that we kind of like the oddballs. We're kind of like different, weird, but in a good way. In a good way. And I love that weirdness about myself. I embrace it. The older I get, the more I embrace it. Like I told you, I always been woo-woo. I always been different. Because like I'm a black girl or African American girl, whatever you want to call me, and it's not normal for me to be, I'm not the stereotypical black girl. The things that I like to do are just out of the box. I've always been different. Okay, like I said, I'm woo-woo. I've always been in the tarot cards, metaphysics, all that kind of stuff. Things that in the African American community or black community, a lot of times they're looked down upon, but I didn't care. That's just who I was, and then the things that I like to do. I'm a certified scuba diver. I'll go bungee jumping. I like all that adrenaline junkie stuff. The things that people try to say, oh, only white people like that stuff. No, they don't. I like it too. So, like I said, I've always been like that. And I've always had people look at me crazy because I'm not your stereotypical black girl. And I love it. I don't want to be like everybody else. I love being different. I love embracing that side of myself. That to me is a badge of honor. That's why I'm proud to be Aquarius. Every day I'm proud. So you need to be proud to be yourself too. And people gonna say bad shit about you. That's just folks. That's just what they do. It's always gonna be somebody that got something to say. Okay? But you got to learn how to brush that off, okay? And the superficial thing, you got to ask yourself, do you really feel like you're superficial? Okay? And if you do, you need to look at the areas of your life that you feel like you are, and you need to address those to find out why you're feeling like that, why you feel like you can't go deep, or so on and so forth. Because like I said, it's all a balance. It's not one or the other. It's both. Okay, because there's a time and a place for emotion, a time and a place for logic, a time and a place to be superficial on the surface, and there's a time and a place to go deep. Okay, same thing. Nothing to me is an ugly quality. All right, this to me is not ugly, because like I said, if you're using it appropriately, what's wrong with being superficial? Because everybody don't want to go deep with everybody. Okay, everybody's not meant to be in your inner circle. And like I said, that's what we just talked about at the beginning of the reading. All right. Okay. Then we got the last card. Last card is excuses. All right, Aquarius. I feel like Spirit is bringing this to the forefront because I feel like for some of you, you do have excuses when it comes to trying to do this healing and trying to get yourselves together. But don't make no excuses for yourself. This is about you, baby. This is about you trying to get yourself together. This ain't for nobody else. Like I said, it may start out you thinking, oh, I'm doing this so I can get with my person. But I'm telling you, once you get into it and dive down deep into it, once you get past the surface and go deep, you're going to see all of this is about you. God is trying to give you a gift, and you need to open up your eyes and see what it is. Okay? So don't be making no excuses. There's a reason why you found my channel. There's a reason why you and I connected. There's a reason why I'm saying the things to you that I'm saying to you, because it's time, Aquarius. It's time for you to go deep. It's time for you to look at all these things that you need to deal with. It's time. Okay, so these excuses, you got to figure out the places in your life where you're making these excuses, and you gotta work on them. Like I said, one bite at a time, one step at a time. Nobody's expecting you to have 100% and be 100% from day one, because this is a learning process. Okay, this is something that's ongoing, because you never stop working on yourself. Like I said, it may not be as intensely as you are now for some of you, but this is something that you need to continually do, because if you get in a relationship with someone, like I told you, the relationship is only as strong as its weakest partner, just like the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So the onus is going to be on you when you get into a relationship, the type of relationship you want to have, for you to continue to work on yourself and your partner as well, not just you. You both are going to have to do that, because as individually strong as you can be, that's the strongest the relationship is going to be. Okay? All right. So now we're going to put all these up, and we're going to go again, and we're just going to pull the cards for your person. And if there's something I feel like, Spirit wants me to tell you about it, we'll talk about it. But if not, then, we're in it, because we're already at 40 minutes. Okay. And I'll talk your ear off. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, Spirit. This is for Aquarius's person regarding love. It's a timeless reading for Aquarius's person, Spirit, regarding love. This is a timeless reading, Spirit, for Aquarius's person regarding love. This is a timeless reading for Aquarius's person regarding love. Okay, so what are 3 dark qualities about Aquarius's person, Spirit? Okay. Okay. What are 3 qualities that your person has overcome? Okay. And what are 3 qualities that your person needs to work on? Okay, so overall for your person is walking away. So there could be some situation with your person where they're needing to learn how to walk away. Okay, there's something, maybe it could be a situation where they got a lot of toxic people in their lives, or a lot of toxic situations that they need to learn how to walk away from. Like I said, you may know way better than I do what this card is talking about, because like I said, this is coming from Spirit. I don't know your person personally. Like I said, I just deal with you on a weekly basis. And like I said, what I learn or glean from your person in the extended. So because this ran so long, I'm going to pull one of each of these cards here. If you want to know more, we're gonna have to take it over to the extended, because this is getting too long, and I don't want it to be some long drawn out thing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, I'm not trying to hide anything from you, but I got to put this over on the other side, because it's too much. But I'm going to do these 3, so you do at least have an idea of 3 things, okay? All right, so like I said, there's something going on. And then for some of you, your person's dealing with lust. So it could be some, like I said, it's going to be different for all of you. You know what this is, all right? And then them being guarded. We know they have an issue with being guarded, because they didn't tell you exactly how they felt when you came towards them with your feelings, okay? Okay, so the first card, we're talking about one dark quality about your person. It is manipulation. Okay? So we know this because, you know, for someone to walk away from you and whatnot, that is a form of manipulation. Okay? So, and then them not, for a lot of you, you have tried to correspond with them, talk to them. If they're not, you know, and they're not answering you, so on and so forth, that's a form of manipulation as well. I'm not saying you don't have a you know, a part in it as well, because like I said, after the first interaction, if you contact them again the second time and they don't say anything, then, you know, at some point you got to ask yourself, when is enough enough? Okay? All right. Next card. This is one of the three qualities they've overcome. We've got void. Okay, so this is saying that your person has had voids. They had places, holes in themselves that they have to fill, or they had to fill. Just like, you know, just like I was saying with you, when you feel unloved, a lot of times it's because you got voids that you've got to fill. So this is good news, because it's saying that whatever these voids are, your person has done the work to fill them, because it's one of the three qualities that they've overcome. All right. Then we got this last card. It is talking about three qualities that they need to work on. So the first one that we've got is being one-sided. So we know that this is true because, like I said, for them to walk away and for you to contact them and not say anything, so on and so forth, this is one of the things they've got to deal with. Everything being one-sided, being about them. Okay. So there's some, you know, selfishness that is looking like they're going to have to work on. All right. Okay. So let me pull. I'm going to go to these illumination oracles and see what advice Spirit has for you, Aquarius, for your journey. Okay. All right. So this is for Aquarius, Spirit. What advice do you have for Aquarius on their journey of trying to heal themselves, Spirit? Okay. What's the advice for Aquarius? Okay, we've got first card, get clarity. So Spirit is saying you got to get clarity. That's why we brought up these cards and we talked to you about what it is that you need to work on, so you can get clarity about what's going on in your life, so you can take care of it. Like I said, I did it for myself too. And like I told you, it may be triggering for some of you because these may be things that you haven't wholeheartedly taken a look at yet. All right. You may not be there yet. For some of you, you may be past them, but this is just a good look, a glimpse into what's going on, so you can see what's happening and what you need to work on. Okay. Then we've got disconnect and relax. So Spirit is saying, you know, don't let this overwhelm you. There's a lot of things you got to work on. Like I said, you do it. You eat that elephant one bite at a time. You take one step at a time. You go at a pace that's good for you, but you just make sure you still do it. Don't give up. Don't let the overwhelm overtake you. If you start to feel overwhelmed, then that means you need to cut down on how much stuff you're doing. Okay. You need to slow down. Okay. So don't forget to disconnect and relax. You shouldn't be feeling stressed out 24/7 because if so, then that means you need to have a day off. You don't have to work on yourself every single day. I do so because I choose to, but you don't have to do that. Or what you can do is in the mornings, if you work on yourself in the mornings, in the evenings, do something fun. Okay. Or vice versa. If you work on yourself in the evenings, do something fun in the mornings. Balance it out. Because like I said, life is all about balance. Okay. And then the last card is fixing what is broken. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to fix what's broken so you don't come up in that unlovable energy. All right. Because you are anything but unlovable. Okay. You remember that. Okay. So I'm sorry this ran over, but I needed to talk to you about that stuff. Spirit wanted me to tell you all those things that I told you. All right. So if this is your story, let's head on over to the extended, because today we're going to find out how your person sees you, how they see themselves, how they feel about the connection, what you both need to do, and what you both need to do to come into union. All right. So if you're interested in the extended, all of that information is down in the description box below. Okay, there are 2 ways to do it: Patreon or PayPal. Oh, I also have Zelle. I also accept Zelle and Cash App now. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know in the comments what resonated with you. My contact information is in the description box below if you'd like to book a personal reading. And don't forget to hit the like button to subscribe and hit the notification bell to know when I post new readings. Please have a good day, night, or evening, and thank you for letting me read for you. And we out.